So colleagues, as I said, we are going to start the presentation. So we are, I will introduce the whole concept, and my co-presenters also will explain, will demonstrate few things to you. And later on, I will summarize what we did, and will give you an opportunity to ask questions. Share it on the screen. And of course, I will share with you this screen. No, this presentation. Tell me, can you see what I shared on the screen?
Yes, we can.
You can see it. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So, yes. So I didn't put all our names because we are actually 5 people who worked on this. But when I'm going to share, you will see all our names. We introduce ourselves already. This presentation is about something that is really important for students, not only students, even lecturers, even professionals in different areas, is how to use artificial intelligence to ensure that we can get any kind of information quickly and accurately, so that we can use that information to address issues, to solve problems, to whatever work we are doing, especially for you students, how you can use this technology to fill the gap. Because sometimes I think this is something that you have seen you in class when lecturers explain, sometimes you don't get things right. You may even ask the lecturer to provide more explanation, but even though you realize you didn't get it right. So we are going to show you how you can use this technology really to enhance your understanding of concepts that you learn in class. Okay, so I'm going to start with some quotes because this is very important. It really provides some kind of inspiration to students, even to professionals. We are saying the grand aim of science is to cover the greatest number of experimental facts, biological deduction from the smallest number of hypotheses or axioms. So the person who said that is Albert Einstein. I think all of you know this person is one of the greatest scientists the world has produced. He did a lot of things. So this is to say that whatever we do, we start with a small thing. Because he himself, with the theory that he developed, he started with a very simple observation, and he continued looking at what is happening in the nature. So we start with the first step in order to do 1,000 of steps. Another quote, very important, that I would like to share with you is civilization advances by extending the number of important operations we can perform without thinking about them. So as professionals, as students, it will reach a point where you are using things as routine because you are using to it. Using technology these days is become a routine, is not a special thing. Why? Because of the everyday practice. So some of us, without technology, it will be very difficult to do our job. And for students also, you need to use this opportunity to ensure that you can use technology fully. Okay, give me a second. Let me allow somebody to join us. Just a second. I don't see the person. Maybe the person is in already. Okay. The next one, very, very important. The only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubt of today. So this is very important also to understand. So our future starts today. If we don't do things right today, things will remain wrong tomorrow. So this is something very important for us students and professionals, and something else very critical that is something important for a student, for professional. Do what you can with what you have and where you are. So this is very, very critical because this explains this concept of sustainable development. So don't try to do what you cannot. You can't give what you don't have, isn't it? So do what you can with what you have. So it's very important not to focus on what we don't have. We focus on what we have, and we use what we have maximally to ensure that we get the result we want. And wherever we are, we should be able to do what we want with what we have. Okay. So what we are going to do today, we are going to discuss about 4 things. The last one, this will be your opportunity to ask questions and so on. We'll try with introducing the concept of artificial intelligence, what it is, and we look at one type of artificial intelligence, what we call text generative chatbots. So we'll focus today on ChatGPT, because this is something that is making a lot of noise in academic cycles, even at NAST. There are a lot of things that really lecturers are considering, that we consider as challenges. But today we are going to focus on the opportunities. How can this technology support us in the work we are doing as a student or as professionals? We'll talk about some tips for effective interaction with the chatbots. We'll talk about the real world use cases, but in our context, we are going to talk in education, in your learning, in your research that you are doing, how this can really provide important support. We'll get also the question, and we'll try to answer to the sessions, to the questions. And then the questions that you will be having will continue giving the answers even after we are done with this webinar. So very quick definition, artificial intelligence is a simulated human intelligence offered to a machine to power it with the ability to perform the following tasks. So this is very important. What human beings are trying to do, they are trying to make a machine to think as a human being. So you are going to see in this type of application that we are going to introduce to you, probably you use them already. So you will realize that when we are trying to give the intelligence to a machine, we reach a point where it may be even a problem. Because what is happening, as we are going to discuss with you, the machine is becoming even more intelligent than human beings in terms of processing information, solving problems, and so on. And that this can be a problem to human beings to start losing jobs. But the abilities of artificial intelligence, based on what humans are powering machines, one of the abilities is to construct knowledge. Constructing knowledge is based on the information you are receiving. So you are receiving information from external sources, and then you build a repository of information, of knowledge, but you don't stop there. When the machine gets this knowledge, this information from the users, from the people who developed those applications, the machine will start reasoning. Okay, there are some people who are trying to attend. Give me a second. I can't see them. Yeah. Okay, there they are. Okay, I add 2 people. So once the system has received this information, the machine has the ability to start reasoning, start thinking as human beings, using different thinking techniques that human beings are using. And this makes this machine very powerful. Another thing, these machines, once they have the knowledge, they can reason. Now they start developing what we call competencies. Competencies of resolving problems. They can analyze a situation, they can come up with a decision, which most of the time is accurate because they have a huge repository of information that they build through the construct knowledge process. So they can solve problems, they can really suggest what we can do, but you will find that in case of learning purposes, we don't want machines to solve our problem. We need ourselves to learn how to solve the problems. Okay. This machine will also be able to perceive or to sense the environment. So these are the sensors, the devices that are built that can provide information of external environment to the machine that is having these AI abilities. The machine, the other part that is really very powerful, the machine learn on their own. So they have the capabilities of learning, is what we call machine learning. So we'll talk about it later on, just to understand when you ask a question to this ChatGPT, how is it getting answers very quickly? Is because when people are asking questions, the system will be learning, even will go further. It will not need somebody to tell it what to learn. The algorithms that are used help these machines to learn on their own. A machine can plan on the next level because the machine can predict what is coming next, can predict based on the questions people are asking, what other kind of follow-up questions that people can ask. So the machine have that ability and manipulate and move objects. So this is very important. So this is the robotics. And I think you have seen maybe in a movie or news, you will see actually robots are the one building things because they can build things quickly, accurately, and they don't get tired and they don't ask for leave and so on. That's why in many industries, you will find that human beings are losing some jobs. Okay. This is just to give you an idea how things link. When we talk about artificial intelligence, we have many applications. We have machine learning, and the ChatGPT and the other chatbots, they are using this ability to learn from questions, from suggestions from the users. Natural language processing, my colleague, we explained that the ChatGPT is using this technique. The speech, actually people are developing robots. They link the robot to the ChatGPT. When people ask questions, the robot talk. So it's a speech recognition technology that exists already today. So you can talk or you can type and the machine will respond in a language that you want, vocal, okay? Expert system, the artificial intelligence applications, they can really analyze situation. They can develop expertise in a specific area. They can plan, they can schedule, they can optimize. You can think about, for example, at the airport where you have a huge number of flights per day. In some airport in the world, they are getting thousands of flights every day. They are getting maybe up to 20 flights every minute. So to plan that as a human beings, you can make mistakes and the mistake can cost people lives. So they are using this kind of systems that cannot make any mistakes, robotics and the vision. And I think you have seen when you travel at every airport, they will take you a picture. that picture is not to keep your image in a database, but is to search in a huge database if you are not maybe a criminal or something like that. And this also happen in industries. Once you come to enter the door to go to your office, the system will scan your face and will let you go in. If the system scan your face and you are not in the database, you will get a message that you can't enter, those kind of things. So technology is doing a lot of things.